One of the spots that is still holding decently well is the city gas distributors, and that's on the back of a news flow where sources say that union budget might see some relief coming in for the city gas distribution companies, and as a result, for CNG consumers, the central excise duty on CNG could be cut to 5 to 7% from 14%. Prakash Priyadarshi filed this report. Take a look at that.
Yes, an important development coming in as the government is likely to provide big relief to the city gas distribution companies in the upcoming budget. A big relief also expected for the CNG consumers as well, as sources are informing that the government is likely to rationalize taxation structure on CNG and compressed biogas, that is CBG. We are given to understand that the government may cut central excise duty to 5 to 7% from existing 14% on CNG. A very significant development coming in as sources are informing that the Oil Ministry has submitted this proposal to the Ministry of Finance in order to provide relief to the city gas distribution companies so that they could undertake a massive expansion going forward. Along with that, it will also provide relief to the CNG consumers as the prices are expected to come down. The second important proposal that the Oil Ministry has submitted to the Finance Ministry is with regard to double taxation issue on compressed biogas, that is CBG. At this point of time, compressed biogas is under GST, where the 5% GST is being levied. But the government is also collecting 14% central excise duty on CBG if it is being blended with CNG. Therefore, there is a clear case of double taxation, and the Oil Ministry wants it to be corrected. Therefore, the proposal has been submitted to the Ministry of Finance. So we are expecting some big announcement for CNG and compressed biogas consumers, and relief is also expected for the city gas distribution companies to undertake massive expansion going forward.
All right, so that's what Prakash has actually reported. We saw all of these counters actually open with sharper gains in trade today. So you had MGL that actually rose approximately 5% on an intraday basis. You had IGL that was seeing an uptick of approximately 3.5%. Now they've actually given up some of those gains in line with what the rest of the market is doing. But let's try and analyze and understand and do some number crunching on what this exactly means for the city gas distribution company, as well as why GAIL is also in focus on back of that. If you could help us understand all of that, Soumeet, because I know you've done the number crunching.
Well, yes, definitely. It's simple math. Lower taxes will lead to lower prices of gas. But how does that work now? In Mumbai specifically, if you see the CNG prices are 75 rupees and it's at 14.4% CNG now. If that comes down to around say 6 odd percent, the prices by calculation reduces by around 5.5 rupees. So anywhere between 5 to 6 rupees reduction per kg is what we are expecting when it comes to CNG prices if this goes through. That is the lower excise duty on CNG from 14.4% to around 5 to 7 odd percent. Now this lower taxation does not mean that city gas distribution companies will start earning higher margins, because they'll have to pass on the entire benefit to consumers. But what happens here is that because the fact that prices have come down further, and currently if you see CNG prices are at a discount of nearly 40 to 20 odd percent when compared to petrol and diesel prices, and this reduction in prices will further make them cheaper compared to petrol and diesel, and hence we could go ahead and see more car conversions happening to CNG and more consumers opting for CNG vehicles going forward. So that is one thing that will benefit the city gas distribution companies over the long term, because more cars coming into CNG will lead to higher volumes for these companies. And the second benefit that the city gas distribution companies get is the fact that because of this lower prices, they get more headroom to increase prices going forward if at all there is an increase in the raw material cost, and by increasing these prices they could keep the margins stable. So in short, the volumes will also increase, and going forward margins will also remain stable. So this is the dual benefit that the city gas distribution companies get from this lowering of excise duty on CNG. Now, who will benefit the most? It will be Mahanagar Gas and IGL, because CNG contributes nearly 70 to 73% of the total volumes for these two companies. Gujarat Gas will also benefit, but the benefit will be a little lower given the fact that they get only 30% of their volumes from CNG. So, Mahanagar Gas and IGL are the bigger beneficiaries, and Gujarat Gas is the will benefit, but the quantum will be on the lower side.
Well, thank you so much, Soumeet, for highlighting all those facts there, that how this news flow could impact both the companies and which company is expected to have bigger impact. So that's MGL and IGL topping the charts, while Gujarat Gas could also be a beneficiary. But given the kind of run-up that we have seen, how the valuation stacking up, and let's understand more on that. For this, we have been joined by Sonam Srivastava to guide us fundamentally. And Sonam, hi, very good morning, and thank you so much for your time. How do you see this particular news flow? Indeed, a positive news coming in for the city gas distributors. In the recent while, we have seen some of the new vehicle launches, especially in the CNG space. So the volume and the demand is expected to get a push. But given the run-up, Sonam, how are the valuations stacking up at this point, and which stock still looks attractive to you?
No, like you said, that the sector will get some interest because of this news, because like you said, there will be distribution benefits, there will be margin would remain stable, but there will be expansion in terms of volumes, right? So, so as per the analysis, I think IGL and MGL are looking attractive. They are getting the most amount of volumes right now. And in terms of valuation, see, again, the stocks have run up a little bit, but in terms of the broader market, they're not extremely expensive. So I would expect the stocks to be strong in the recent times, and I think there would be some sort of strength till the budget announcements come, right? And I think after the budget, there could be some adjustments.
All right, thank you so much for that, Sonam. We also have Hemen Kapadia joining us on the show. And Hemen, good morning to you. And city gas distribution companies, definitely today, they have seen a good move. And off late, there's a lot of news actually that's supporting the stock price movement for these counters. But if you have to pick between MGL, IGL, and also let me add to that list, even Gujarat Gas, which one would it be?
Hi, very good afternoon. Thank you for having me on your show. It's always a pleasure. I believe MGL seems to be relatively better because it leads the market. IGL is at a resistance level. So if I were to take a slightly shorter term view, it would be IGL. If I were to take a slightly longer term view, because IGL is at a fresh all-time high, MGL is at a fresh all-time high, IGL all-time high is at 600. So we have space to catch up. So from a long, but like I said, we're at a resistance. So from a slightly longer term point of view, I believe IGL could be a better option because of the momentum. Maybe it's MGL first. Gujarat Gas is neither here nor there. It's going to consolidate a bit, but so longer term, IGL seems better.
All right, so that is the pick coming in from Hemen. But let's put the spotlight actually on Interglobe Aviation. And the reason why we are talking about Interglobe Aviation and is the fact that there's a study, or maybe there are what would you call it actually?
Channel checks.
There are channel checks actually suggesting that the airfares may have reduced. Actually, I'm stumped with the fact that airfare, there is some reduction, already making holiday plans in my head. You think you should?
No, but we should ask Soumeet that, like, when are you planning your next vacation? These channel checks come when you actually go on the website and do check for it.
Well, it's not linked to that, but it's just I do it every 15 days. And what we have noticed in the recent channel check is that ticket prices have further softened. Now, the previous channel check that we had done, that time also ticket prices had come down anywhere between 20 to 38% that we had seen. And this time they have further softened. And in the last 2 months, if you see, in fact, the 7-day forward ticket prices have fallen as much as 41%, and the 2-month forward ticket prices have fallen as much as 28%. Now, what are the recent observations telling us? That among the top 20 major routes in India, ticket prices have fallen for 17 of them. And the 7-day forward ticket prices, if you look there, Mumbai-Delhi, which is one of the busiest route in India, there the ticket prices have come down to nearly 4,000 rupees one way. Now, this is the cheapest ticket available that we checked. Earlier, this prices used to be anywhere around 6,000, which has now come down to 4,000. Apart from that, the routes where we have seen The biggest reduction when it comes to ticket prices is the Delhi Pune, Bangalore Mumbai, Kolkata Delhi and Delhi Hyderabad, where ticket prices have fallen by around 9 to 17%. But do remember, this is the second round of fall that we have seen in the ticket prices. Also, the 2-month forward ticket prices have fallen the most for Delhi Pune route, around 13%. Apart from that is Delhi Chennai, Mumbai Delhi, Mumbai Bangalore and Delhi Mumbai, where ticket prices have fallen anywhere between 9 to 11%. Now, why the ticket prices have been falling? Firstly, this could have been done by the airline companies to boost the air traffic, which we see to be weak in seasonally weak quarters is the first and the second quarter for any airline company. Apart from that, what we are understanding from our channel checks and after speaking to multiple experts is the fact that hotel rates are also high, other costs are also increasing, so the affordability of the consumers have taken a hit, and hence they are not flying much, and hence airline companies are taking this cut when it comes to ticket prices, and hence we are seeing this continuous fall in the ticket prices. Now, this will definitely negatively impact Indigo in the first half of FY25, at least given the fact that post Q4 earnings, they had given us a warning that the cost will increase going forward. In the first quarter, they were expecting a sharp increase in the cost side. This coupled with the fact that the revenues are also not increasing, given the fact that ticket prices are falling, this could be a double whammy for Indigo, at least for the first half of financial year 2025.
Right, so that's one of the reasons why Indigo is under pressure. But Soumeet, please tell me one thing. Why can I not see Mumbai-Goa route in this particular channel check that you've done? Is it because you're worried that we'll all block in the dates already?
Well, not about that, but in this list, I was just given the top 5 and not all. Mumbai,
right.
Goa, I think she should be around 2,500 to 3,000.
I've already checked it. I've already checked it actually, to be very honest, and you're right, it is around that level. But thank you so much for that, Soumeet, for putting into context about city gas distribution companies as well as on aviation.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.